Well, I tell you the truth, I was hoping that today was going to be a beautiful day, that I could have celebrated this Mass. The sun would have been out, it would have been warm, it would have been beautiful, and I could have said, thank God for the police department.
Thank God for them anyway.
But, thank you. But let me say this, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because firefighters are used to being wet all the time. I don't know. But I think, you know what it is? It's Sal. He picks the date all the time. And he always gets rainy weather. And I don't know what that is. And you can't even say the Jewish holiday passed us already. So we got passed over again too. So we're here today to remember. And it's good for us to be here, as always. You know, running for president of the United States. And he said something about New York values. Well, this, my friend, is what New York values is all about, right here. These men, these women, they gave their lives for strangers. They gave their lives for people that they didn't even know. They could have been like everybody else and run away from the trouble, but they ran into the trouble. And that's what it's all about. And that's why we come together here today to remember and to celebrate. You know, each and every one of us who's here today has a story with one of the people that are on this plaque, or maybe even more. And those memories are important. God gives us two wonderful gifts. He gives us the gift of faith. But sometimes our faith is shaken. Sometimes it can be as strong as rock. And sometimes it can be as weak as we feel sometimes when we think and we reflect upon those who are no longer with us. But he also gives us another gift, and he gives this to only human beings, and it's the gift of memories. Memories are a wonderful thing. That's why we build monuments to great people and great events. That's why we have stones or plaques on the graves or the places where our loved ones are resting. And that's why we come together for memorial services and all different things that come around almost every month of the year we have something. This morning I was with the New York Shields, and we honored those police officers who died this past year. Yesterday I was with the emergency service, the retired emergency servicemen, and they honored their fallen heroes. And during this month of May, which is Police Month, we'll be traveling all over to Albany, to Washington, D.C., to add names onto those monuments. But the most important monument that we have is the one right here, our hearts. Because that's the monument that counts. Because that monument holds everything from the beginning to the end and after. So what we do here today is a very good thing. It's a very good thing because we need to remember. We need to remember and never forget. You know, people tell me all the time, yeah, hey, 9/11 is over. I laugh at them and I say to them, 9/11 is just raging its head again. People don't understand and don't know because nobody says anything about the countless people, hundreds of people who are dying because of post-9/11 diseases as well. We come to honor these people here, and I know that Sal last year mentioned that we're going to do something for all those who paid the ultimate sacrifice by their work, their dedication down at their ground zero after all those days, from September the 11th to May, whatever date it was when that last piece of metal was taken from the site. People gave of themselves and continue to, and they're being taken away from us. So when people say that to me, I get very angry. I get very mad. And maybe I shouldn't do that, but I'm a human being too. And I had the feeling, you know, the feeling of what went on. And it hurts me, as it hurts you. And that's why we're human beings, and that's why our hearts are those monuments. But our monument is strengthened The stone that we have right here, not a stony heart, a hard heart, but a stronger heart because of the love that God has for us. Because of the love that He gives to us to strengthen us and lift us up on those bad days. And we have a lot of bad days, right? And on those bad days, God is right there lifting us up and making us feel better. Days are never going to get better. Anybody who tells you time heals all wounds, punch them in the nose. Because they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Does it get better? No. We just learn to live with it. We learn to live with the wounds that are in our heart. And we learn to do that. And each day is, sometimes we have a good one, sometimes we have a bad one, and sometimes we have a in-between one. But whatever it is, we know that one day we'll all be together again. And that's the good thing about being a person of faith. That God doesn't abandon us, that God doesn't forget us, but that He promises us a great gift. And that's the gift of eternal life and the promise that one day we'll all be together again and sharing that wonderful love that He has for us. So before I go on and on and on like somebody else, let me just say to you, it's good to be here today. God bless all of us, and God bless the United States of America.